come on today for a couple reasons. There's one, I should probably turn it on. The fan's probably really loud. Oh, it's so hot. There we go. Yeah, because tonight I probably won't be able to come on. I'll be, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Debby? I wonder why. Okay, well, that's weird. Yeah, I wanted to come on now because I won't be able to come on tonight with Sasha because I got other things I got to do. So I'd come on today and try to talk to some people during the day too. You're always right on the spot, Debbie. You're always here right away. I love that. Maybe. Yeah, it's hot. It's like 90 degrees here. I was supposed to go over and help somebody work on some trailer and stuff, but it's just too hot. I love you too, Debbie. What else is on? What else is going on today? Any of the other regulars here? For anybody that is watching that doesn't know what's going on here, my name is Funny Face. I'm a transgender female, and I come on here to answer questions and mainly take abuse from people. But I'm here to answer questions, and because a lot of people have misconceptions of what the trans community thinks of certain things like children in bathrooms, and Debby knows all about this. Um, whether or not kids should tell parents, kids it's early to me. Kids that are trying to transition before they're 18, I have strong opinions on that, and a lot of people don't understand. So if you're out there, Chris she's still in bed, believe it or not. She sleeps late. Yeah, she sleeps very late. She might be coming around. She's cool, I like her. So Debbie, what'd you think about my daughter coming on last night? She's a fireball, that one there, I tell you. So if anybody else out there has any questions they want to ask me, I will answer them honestly. I don't avoid questions. I don't beat around the bush and tell it like I feel it and like I see it. I don't care if you are part of the trans community, LGBT. I'm going to say what I feel and how I feel. Women do not belong in men's sports. Transgender women that still have not gone through a complete sex change do not belong in women's bathrooms or locker rooms. And, children should not be able to go to pills, take puberty blockers, and all that stuff till they're 18. Those are my opinions and my opinions alone, and I stand by them. So, is anybody else out there that has a question you want to ask, please feel free. I'll answer anything you throw out there. What did you think of Angel, Debbie? Oh, there you go. She did a wonderful job. She was right on track. She sounds like a wonderful daughter. Loves her very much. Yes, she does. She loves me very much. I love her very much. She's struggling with this. It's hard for her. And it's hard for me to watch her struggle. But it was really brave of her to come on and voice her opinion in front of a bunch of people she doesn't know and subject herself to those criticisms. I was really proud of her, very proud of her. I was kind of shocked. I didn't expect her her to show up like that, it was kind of shocking to me. I was like, oh shit, what's this going to turn into? You never know. I mean, she definitely speaks her mind. It's kind of scary at times. And my other daughter, she's more reserved. She's a school teacher, my oldest daughter, and she's more of a liberal. So she I think she's a liberal. I don't want to mislabel her. She's a little more understanding about the whole thing. And anyway, if anybody out there has any questions, I think chat's open to everybody. Please feel free to ask. I'll answer any questions that you want. I'll probably be here for maybe 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere around there, something like that. So throw it out there. I mean, generally, geez, Debbie, what's happening? By now, there's 100 insults thrown at me. I can take it. I don't mind questions. You can ask personal questions. You can ask political questions. It's whatever you want. I'm here to answer your questions. So throw it at me. And if you want, I can predict your future. I think I can anyway. Let me see. Well, yes, it's hard for. Debbie says, well, yes, it's hard for anybody kids who accept the change. It was even hard for my kid to accept me being gay. I'll bet. Yeah, Debbie, I don't know what that's like, but I can imagine now. I mean, I imagine it's very similar to not being what your family believes that you should be or whatever, and they take offense. I just thought this time, I don't know, I just thought this day and age that people would be a little more accepting than they are. It's kind of weird. I know that I watched the homosexual community struggle greatly in the 70s and the 80s, especially when the AIDS virus came along and they got blamed for it. That was really hard on them. I give them a lot of credit. I was not openly trans back then, so I was kind of a coward. I didn't show as much support as I should have. But, they went through hell, and I appreciate their journey. It helps me out today, although I do not appreciate how much they try to force transgender on people. It's turning people off. You're forcing them to try to understand something they don't understand in a way that's being described as like force-fed, and it's not cool. I don't think you should do that to people. Why is there? Let me try something here. The delay's not that much either. I don't know why people aren't asking questions. It's kind of shocking. You ever seen it like this, Debbie? Yeah, well, I don't know why you're the only one. I mean, there's 168 people or something, but nobody's asking any questions. I don't understand why they. I think the chat's open to everybody. Oh, hold on, there we go, live chat. Oh, there we go. Yes, I am very, very repeat. Okay. Hello, Sammy? Sammy P? Hello, Sammy P. Yeah, pseudonyms. I'm kind of tired of them myself. You just call me funny face. You don't have to call me he, she, her, or it. What am I doing now? I'm trying to bring awareness to that trans people are just normal people. Debbie's heard all this. I know it's repetitious for Debbie because she's heard it before. However, I think it's really important to get the message across that I'm transgender. I don't believe in the mainstream's opinion of yeah, just respect the stream. That's what people think that I want to go into girls' locker rooms. They think that I want to go into girls' bathrooms. They think that I want to compete in women's sports. They think that I think children should be able to transition before they're 18. And I disagree with every one of those points. And I want to make that clear to people. And this is not popular amongst my community. But if you still have a penis, you don't belong in a woman's bathroom. That's period. If you've had the operation where you have, a proper equipment down there to use a female bathroom, then go ahead. But until then, go somewhere else, use the gender neutral bathroom, go home. Because you don't belong in the women's bathroom. That's scary for a lot of people. You know, they consider that like a weapon. Sammy P, yes, I'm from the United States. Holy fried rice, Uncle D says. No, you can ask questions as long as it's not something silly or ridiculous like, is your vagina tight? I don't answer those kind of questions. Any other questions I would be more than happy to answer. Holy fried rice, Uncle D says. I like that. Holy fried rice. Uncle D, are you from the South? Are you from like Louisiana? That's where I'm from, by the way. Yeah, you can ask any question you want. If it's a serious question, I won't take offense to it at all because, you know, and sometimes serious questions are very personal, and I don't mind. Last night, Debbie and I were talking. I don't know how many people came in here. My daughter came on and voiced her opinion, and she's not on board for what I'm doing. Do you believe that cis women and trans women are equal? No, I do not. I think we're different. I think that Sammy asked, do I believe that cis women and trans women are equal? No, of course not. Cis women can give birth. Um, that's why I call cis women, they are females. I can't be a female. I can be a woman. I believe that I'm a woman. I don't believe that I'm female for those reasons that I can't give birth. I don't have a uterus. Cis women are special. They're definitely special. I don't hold a candle to a natural born woman, but this is who I believe I am, and this is what makes me happy, so I'm going to do it. That's my opinion on it. No, Joe says, I'm not surprised your daughter isn't on board with what you're doing. I'm not surprised either. I'm really not. It's very hard for her. She has two grandsons. My other daughter has my other daughter's very supportive. I do not blame my youngest daughter for not supporting me because she doesn't understand. We're working through it. We're working through it little by little. And last night was actually a pretty good breakthrough, I think. Stupid fly. Some trans left activists want to push the narrative, and I feel it's unfair to yeah, I don't. The activists are screaming really loud, and they're not screaming the right message. If you ask me, they're not representing the majority of trans people. Trans people want to fit in. We want to just not be noticed. We don't. I believe that we just want to, go about our normal lives. We're not trying to get on the news and scream from the highest treetop. That's not what we're about. It's hard because people are making us out to be these creeps that want to go in your bathrooms, and we don't want to do that. Or in little girls' locker rooms, them fuckers. They should be hung by the. How dare you think you can go in a woman's locker room when you have a penis? That's just fucking ridiculous. Common sense, people. UAP says, "Hi, Big Mama." Hello, Nina. Hi. How are? Oh, Nina says hello. Hi, hello. Or hello, Nina. Devon says pass. You can pass. Absolutely. Yes, I'm trying to. I'm afraid to both of them. This thing as a boy, somebody says, it's really unpolite, but if you feel the need to get that out of your system, then this is the place to do it. Somebody says you sure ain't a dude. What about trans women having different bathrooms or jail? Do you agree with that? Yes, I do. I disagree with, I think transgender people, if they've had a full transition, meaning they don't have a penis anymore, then I think they should be allowed to go to the women's bathroom and use the, and if they were to go to jail, to go to jail in the women's jail. Goddamn fly. However, jail's weird because if you were to go to, I've been to jail before, like 4 or 5 times. If you go to jail and you have breasts, but you don't have a penis, and you're going to go to prison or whatever, you're going to get it's not going to be fun for you. So I don't know about that. The prison thing is iffy. The bathroom is definitely not. If you have a penis, stay out of the woman's bathroom. Simple, plain, clear. And you don't belong in women's sports either. I never labeled you as cis women, Connie. I was answering a question. I think that name cis women is weird. I call it natural born women or biological women. I don't even know what cis means. I just was answering a question. Hearts from Leah. Hi, hearts from Leah. You're not my dad, Fight Club. What's up? Man, what are you doing, bro? Okay, now it's really going fast. Hello. It's truly a man's world. Kenny says, "Are you a man or a woman?" Somebody asked me. Consider myself a woman. I'm not a natural biological female. I can't be female, but I can be a woman. I love Jesus, yes. I feel so bad for people who think having this mindset to be like is okay. Like, genuinely, I am praying for all you. You gotta understand, this is not something that I woke up one day and I says, wow, I want to put on girls' clothes and I want to pretend to be a girl. It's not like that. This is something that has been with me since the day I was born, and I closeted it for 50 years. I'm 59 years old now, and I ignored this for 50 something years. So, god damn, fly, there. I pray that the demon that dominates your spirit leave. I don't have demons. I had a demon before. You know all the shit that I did before I transitioned? It was way worse. I actually respect what you said there. Thank you, Fight Club. I appreciate that. That's what I'm trying to get across to people, is that I don't believe in the mainstream media what they're saying about trans people. I don't believe that kids that are transgender in high school should be in the girls' locker room. Are you fucking kidding me? That's stupid. You shouldn't even be able to transition until you're 18. Make your own decisions. Don't make your parents make those decisions. It's not fair to them. Don't do that to your parents. You know, you can express yourself through clothing, hairstyle, and stuff. Don't expect a doctor to do anything to you, because that's just wrong. You know, I see these 7-year-old and 8-year-old children that they're talking about transitioning. I mean, actually doing surgery on them. Are you fucking nuts? They're 7. They don't know what kind of peanut butter they want, let alone what their gender should be. Oh my god, that makes me so angry. Sorry. Somebody said, God made you for a reason. God is perfect. He doesn't make mistakes. He loves you and always will. God made me to be a man for the first half of my life and a female for the remainder of my life. And that's what I believe. So I don't think God made a mistake. I'm so sorry for these mean people. Whatever you do and say is your problem, not theirs. Other people, and this is wrong for being mean. I agree with you, real wide. People are just mean just because they can, and that's, you know, a lot of people that are being mean are talking about God and Jesus and stuff, and I'm like, well, how would they think about what you're saying to me? It's truly demonic. You can say it's not, but you're fornicating with it. That's just ridiculous. Let me tell you a little story here. Now, I do not blame my mom for none of this. I don't think it's her fault. However, having said that, when I was in the womb, 1963, I was in my mother's tummy. She took birth controls throughout her entire pregnancy. If you don't know what birth control consists of, it's estrogen. And back in the 60s, the birth control pills were extremely high doses of estrogen. She took it every day that I was developing in her belly. And my mind developed thinking it was a female due to the onslaught of estrogen poured into my system daily. Therefore, my brain said female, my body said male. Now, whose fault is that? Is it anybody's fault? The doctors just didn't know back then what would happen. And my mother sure as hell didn't know. She was following her doctor's, advice. So, tell me that doesn't make a difference, because testosterone and estrogen play a huge part in your gender. Not your sex, but your gender, how your brain thinks, not your body. Somebody said, you shouldn't push kids. Kids are too young. 18 years old, make your own darn decision. And that's not popular amongst the community. I get a lot of shit for saying that. But you know what? I don't give a fuck. If you're a child, you can wait till you're 18, make your own decisions. To have your parents make those decisions for you because you're demanding it as a little kid is ridiculous. That is not fair to them. You know, and as far as schools saying they're not going to tell the parents if the kids are trans at school and straight at home, bullshit. These you need to tell the parents. This is their child, not yours. It's up to them to raise them, not you. You're there to teach them, not to raise them. Yes, mainstream media has hurt the image of people trying to force. Yeah, exactly, exactly, and it has. You know, if I'm in public, I've had people come over to me in stores and purposely come over to say "sir," just like they're making a point. And if that's what gets you off, then go ahead. I mean, obviously, I'd prefer to be called ma'am or miss, but if you find that impossible to do, fine. I don't go by what are those? What do you call yourself? He acronym, or I don't know what they are. I don't even go by that. I'm just me. I'm just me. If you want to call me miss, that's fine. If you want to call me sir, have at it. I mean, I can't fault you either way. Go to Jesus. You need Jesus. You know, I don't need Jesus. What I need is for people to stop judging me and think they're Jesus. That's what I think. Okay. English or Spanish? Come on. What do you think? Somebody asked English or Spanish. Gosh, this is why we we get drafted. What do you mean? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, news to this. This is why we get drafted? No, it's not why you get drafted. You get drafted because stupid fucking people like Biden are going to get us in wars, and they're going to take our kids, our young people, and send them off to fight a stupid war they shouldn't even be involved in, like they did in Iraq. It's just like, don't get me started. Thank you, Harris. Piscu says, Harry, you are a beautiful woman. I appreciate that. Amber Trump 24. Put it this way, if I have a choice between Biden or Trump, I'm picking Trump. However, having said that, I would cast a vote for Kennedy, the independent ticket this year. Why am I wearing auntie clothes? I don't even know what that means. Will trans women ever rule the world like women? No. What do you mean? Do you know what the percentage of the population on the planet that's trans? It's 0.001%. It's nothing. They just seem to talk about it a lot on the news. Something pisses me off. Why is it that mainstream media, whenever they talk about transgender people, they interview a drag queen when it's completely different? I mean, explain that to me. I did not vote for Biden, Joshua. I wouldn't have voted for Biden. I liked Joe Biden when he was younger. I thought he was kind of smart or whatever. But right now, he's not there. We don't know who's running our country. You can't tell me who's running our country because it's not Biden. No. So, treaty horror nation. I don't know what that means. Do you get periods? No. Funny you should mention that. If I get periods, no, I don't have a reproductive system of a woman. However, my kids tell me that definitely once a month. I get hot flashes, and once a month I get very irritable, and it's kind of weird. I don't know if my brain's mocking a menstrual cycle or it's just in my brain. I don't know, but it definitely once a month I get kind of cranky. And I've been married twice. I have two daughters. I have three grandsons. So I'm 59 years old. I've done some living. It's funny, a lot of these people here are so young and they're trying to tell me what I am and I'm not doing wrong. And they haven't even lived 20 years, some of them. Why you want to be a woman? It's in my brain. My brain, makes me comfortable. I have lived a whole life fighting. You have no idea. You have no idea the person that I was before, the people that I hung around, the things that I've done. You know, I've been I've been with people that had connections to the Mexican mafia. Put it that way. It's been that bad. Who was the first person who caught you in the act? Oh, my daughter, my youngest daughter. I'll tell you the story if you're really interested. Somebody asked who was the first person who caught me in the act. Um, my roommate and I, she obviously knew. We'd been together for 10 years. And decided to go shopping one time, so I dressed like I am now. This is before I came out completely to the public. And I was shopping around and everything. And I came back to my car. My daughter's car was parked next to my Jeep. And I kind of freaked out. Just then my phone rang, and it was her. It was my daughter asking me, why is my Jeep here? And who is that woman that was heading towards it? So I turned around and started walking away. And she put two and two together, and she kind of freaked out on me a little bit and called her sister and stuff. The catch to all this is the very next day, all three of us and the boys were heading to Oregon for a ride. It was an 8-hour drive that we were going to be stuck in a car together, and my daughter had just discovered me. So it was an interesting ride. Let me tell you. There's something behind you. That is a moniker or logo that I created for this channel. I have 2 children. Um, I've been confused my whole life. I mean, I made some so crazy decisions, and I didn't know why, but a lot of it's coming to fruition now. Once I came out into the open and I was allowed to be myself, my life changed. My everything changed for me. I found peace. I found happiness. I found love. I found understanding and acceptance and empathy. There's something behind you. I know what's behind me. I can see what's behind me. It's a poster. You don't think I can see myself in the mirror or in on the computer here? Of course I can. Say hi, Randy. Hi, Randy. Hello. Hello, Randy. Bye, Randy. Turn to God, please. There's still time. Tell me, does God allow you to judge other people? You answer me that. Is that okay for you to judge me? Answer me that. Is that okay in the Bible for you to judge me? Why do trans people label straight men OB being homophobic? OB being homophobic because they refuse to be intimate with them. I think that when it comes to intimacy and trans people, that for one, you need to be completely upfront. And dating a trans person is definitely not going to be for the most. I mean, I take a certain kind of person. I also, having said that, if somebody's had a full surgery, top and bottom, and a guy's attracted to that person, doesn't mean they're gay. You know, you're dating a female then at that point, because believe me, I feel like I am a girl. I can't be female, but I'm a girl. You know, I like women though. I don't like men because I think men are generally kind of piggish and rude. So I prefer to date women. I've never liked being with men. I will never like being with men. And reading these comments, usually it tells me why. Women are kind generally and compassionate and caring. You know, women will come up to you and say, I love your outfit, without hesitation. When was the last time a man ever complimented another man on something they're wearing? It's just, men take themselves way too seriously. I mean, you are important. Strong men are important for this world. However, don't take it too far. Women may not be as mentally strong or physically strong, but they are mentally stronger than most men. What does it feel like to be a woman? What does it feel like to be a woman? I'm not a woman, I'm a lady. I'm a woman. Sorry, I got that confused. Let me back up. I'm not a female, I'm a woman. What does it feel? To me, it was hard to see myself in the mirror at first because I thought I looked ridiculous. But it felt comforting at the same time. It was kind of crazy. And, you know, as long as I didn't look in the mirror and see a guy when I looked in the mirror, I felt great. When I seen a guy, I kind of felt embarrassed. However, since then, when I look in the mirror, I just see myself. And this is what I've always wanted to be. Hello, I was wanting to see if you could wish me a happy birthday. Lexi? Happy birthday, Lexi. Happy birthday. Ooh, you got she's zapped. Somebody zapped you. I don't know why. Think about it. You're not a female, you're a woman. I just said that. I agree. Sonny, I'm not a female. I believe I'm a woman. A female is something that can give birth, something that reproduces. I can't do that. But I can be a woman. What is complex with guys? Did a man hurt you as a child? No. I was not sexually assaulted as a child. I was abused by a stepdad physically, but not sexually. He was just a drunk prick. But no, there is no sexuality. I mean, you got to understand, like, I don't know how many people are still here. People go in and out of these rooms so fast that it's hard to keep up. But uh, when I was in my mother's womb, she took birth control pills throughout her whole pregnancy. Therefore, I had estrogen pumped through my system constantly. And that there's three parts of the brain, three developmental stages that have to do with hormones, testosterone or estrogen, that determine the path that the brain's going to take from that point going forward. And mine was heavily influenced by the estrogen my mother's taken in birth control pills. And the last one, the last change that really has to do with um, hormones stating a course for your brain, was the one that determines mentally your gender, how you perceive yourself gender wise. And because of the estrogen, at the say the least, my brain was a little bit confused, but it went kind of the female route. But I grew up around brothers and stuff, so I could never show any femininity because I'd get my ass whooped. So for 56 years, I stayed that way. I funk monkey key. Yes, there's only two genders. I agree with you. I don't say that I am a biological um, female. I can't be a female, but I can be a lady. Wow, never heard that before. The hand. So anyway, yeah, if you've never heard before, that's why I tell it over and over and over again on these things, because people come and go so fast that I've talked to some scientists that are studying the effects of transgender and stuff, and they can't definitively say one way or the other, but they're all in agreement with me. That this definitely common sense says that it would have played a huge role in my brain's development as far as sexuality and gender go. But there's no way of testing it. They're not going to. There's no way of testing it. But it just makes sense, and they agree. They can't write a paper. This is my hypothesis. They can't really write a paper on it without proof. My uncle is gay, and he grew up with four sisters, so I can understand that. Yeah, my brothers were brutes. They're brutal. They still are brutal. One of them's a minister, and he's condemning me to hell, just like a lot of other people here. You know, are those real? Yes, my breasts are real. I haven't had surgery there yet. I am going to have surgery in a few places. Top, bottom, face. They're going to change my face to get rid of this big man nose and my chin to where hopefully I can blend in a little easier, because it's pretty obvious that I'm a trans. Not just because of my voice, but my face. And I want that to be changed. I want to look better and feel better about myself. So I am doing that, I'm not going to lie. And I'm going to do a breast augmentation, and I am going to do bottom surgery. Somebody says, Screwface says I'm disgusting. You just got zapped, Screwface. You're fucking with my peeps now, man. They'll get you. I mean the poster behind you. Yeah, it's my design. I had it designed for the show. I know it's kind of self-promoting and everything, but I'm going to start putting that design on some t-shirts, because I think Forever Forbidden kind of fits a lot of things, and I think it might sell and then help me pay for the equipment that I got to buy to do this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's my own personal design for this website, Forever Forbidden. And the 1111, there's a long story behind that. If anybody's curious, I can go into that detail too. Did you ever serve in the military? No, I didn't serve in the military, although my grandfather was a decorated World War II veteran. I did try to go in the military at 16. Obviously, they told me I couldn't until I was 18 because I couldn't, or excuse me, it wasn't 16, it was 17, because I had just got pregnant with my first daughter. Yeah. So That's that. I did not serve though. You'll never blend in, Screwface says. Maybe not, Screw. Maybe not. But you know what? I'd rather have a funny face than an ugly personality. Van Moon says, Van Moon Wrinkle, she is beautiful. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Christ is King, says Paul. I agree. I mean, I have my own religious beliefs. I believe in the Bible as being one of the best moral compasses that you can get. If you follow the Bible, you're going to live a pretty good life. That's my agreement. Was there ever a Jesus? Yes. The way that people interpret the Bible, I think, is absolutely ridiculous because the Bible is about love, not hate. You know, you spew hate a lot. Oh, I missed that. I missed it. Anyway, that was completely different. Mentally ill, nada, whatever. Hello from North Korea. North? No way. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Katie Burns from North Korea. Is that? I thought you might be here to look. Oh no, I'm not there. Um, North Korea. I'm sorry, Katie. I just can't believe that that's from North Korea. They don't even let North Koreans have electricity every day, let alone um, internet. I've read a lot about North Korea, and I don't understand why the world ignores North Korea and the things that Mr. Kim is doing to those people there. Yes, I believe in God. There is only two genders. God be with you. You pray for me. Yeah, pray for me, but not about the gender because there's nothing wrong with my gender. God greets from. See, Andy K. These people from North Korea have no idea what they're talking about. Why don't you study North Korea before you start mocking that you're from there? Because it's a scary place. People are being tortured there every day. Do you know at one point they had to put out signs that says it's illegal to eat your children when they die because they starved the country so bad? So look into that. Look into that a little bit more before you start saying you're from North Korea. Y'all are bad. Y'all are bad. I don't. There won't be gay in heaven. Please explain. There won't be gays in heaven. Because when you go to heaven, there's no sex. There's no hunger. There's all the human emotions are left on this planet. You know, it also depends whether if you're spiritual people think that we picked our own destinies. And if that's the case, I would want to know why. Because being transgender is fucking hard. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's very, very hard, and it's very trying, and it's hard on my family, and it's hard on me. It's hard on my mom. She's 82. It's not fun. If you think you're going to be transgender because it's fun, please think again because this is not an easy route. This is fucking hell. We have internet, sir. They don't have internet in North Korea. They do have internet, but it's not for the public to use. They would not allow you to come on this site and talk to me for one. Mr. Kim would never allow you to talk to a transgender female. Period. Sorry. Wouldn't happen. Then why are you? Then why am I what? Oh no. Oh, why am I trans? Because it's inherently in my brain and it makes me feel whole. If I didn't transition when I did, I'd be dead. Point blank, I would be dead. I was trying to get somebody to take me out for quite a few years before I transitioned, and I couldn't figure out why. Why was I so fucking miserable in life? I was miserable because I was hiding. And now I'm not hiding anymore. Not only have I come out, I've come out way in the open with this show to where people can abuse me openly. People in North Korea aren't as crazy as you. I never said that people in North Korea were crazy. I said their leader is crazy. And if you don't think that Kim guy is crazy, then seriously do some looking into North Korea and what goes on there before you start pulling it out, because that's just bullshit. I mean, that man is a freaking... You know, he had to take his tortures inside because people were starting to watch him from satellites, so he brought him inside. Do you know that he doesn't just jail for crime. Okay, here's one for you. How about this about North Korea? Did you know that if your house burns down and you don't take his picture out before your children, that you can be put in jail? And when they jail you, they don't just jail you, they jail you for generations after. Think about that. Yeah, that's normal. It's not the people, it's the leadership. He's fucking nuts. North Korea is inhumane and racist. Exactly. They will, believe me, they would not allow me on their television. Period. They hate Western ways. They say that Western people here in the United States that we eat our children. That's what they tell them. Do you know over there that you have to all have a certain haircut? If you're a woman, if you're a single woman, you get a certain haircut. If you're a married woman, you get a certain haircut. If you're a guy, you get a certain haircut. And if you wear it longer than that, you will go to jail. Do you know that? Do you know there's hardly no color in that country because people have eaten everything they can? That country is terrible. Push the hair back, then hate. Let them hate. Julian Wright. My dad. Are you a man? No, 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 no. I'm a woman, thank you. Meet my cucumber at 3. I might be cancer diabetes. What? Stupid. Wait, are you trans? Yes, I'm trans, Georgia. So since obviously I think there's a whole new group of people in here, I don't think that you should belong, trans men belong in women's bathrooms. I don't think that trans women belong in women's sports. I don't think that children that are trans should transition till they're 18. No drugs, no puberty blockers, no hormones, and definitely no surgeries because they don't know what they want. You can't tell me a 7 or 8, 9 or 10-year-old knows what they want for the rest of their life. That's just fucking ridiculous. Stop doing it to kids. Leave them alone. It's just dumb. Can I be a mod for you, please? I don't know who you are. I don't know. Not saying that you. I'm not a devil worshiper. What an idiot. So, thank you. Thank you for that. CW757, I agree 100%. Get a job, says Screwface. I don't know if you're talking to me or not, but I have a job. This is forced trash we all have coming across our feeds. Forced trans. No, it's not forced trans nonsense. You know, I'm not forcing anything down your neck. All I am is a person trying to explain my position because I believe that I've been misrepresented in the media and amongst people like you who are spreading misinformation about me and my type of person. I can't speak for all trans people, but I can speak for myself. I don't think trans women belong in women's bathrooms if they still have a fucking penis. See, there we go. Call a girl somebody or other says drag queen. You don't get it. A drag queen is a guy who likes to be a guy who dresses up as a woman for entertainment. That's a drag queen. I've got no problem with them. However, I'm not a drag queen. I do this because this is who I feel that I am internally. And nobody can make me stop thinking that because it's embedded in my brain from a child. First time I knew I was 6 years old, I would lay in my grandmother's bed and I wish and pray to God that I could wake up a girl at 6 years old. I didn't even know what was going on. But still, because of the shit that I read here, I was too scared to come out for 50-something years. It took me till I was 55 years old to come out. 55 fucking years old. Came out 4 years ago. I'm 59 now. Somebody asked if I'm gay. I'm a lesbian. Thank you. Grass of rule. Your brain is not formed properly. Yes, I agree. Kansas catfish. I agree with you. I think that there was a problem with the development of my brain, especially when it came to the gender part of it. It kind of got messed up. It got messed up by the estrogen that was pumped into my body when I was being developed in the womb. It's just as a fetus. So what do you want me to do? My mom unknowingly was taking estrogen pills. She didn't know what it was going to do to me, and it changed my brain chemistry. Sorry. That's why I think I'm a woman in my head, but my body still said it was a male. That's the way it is. Captain Trips. Hey, Brooke. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Captain. Oh, Captain! Oh, my God. I haven't seen you in days. How you doing, Captain? I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm here trying to fight the good fight still, and I'm taking a lot of slack from people, but I'm trying to get people, to understand. And this is Captain. Captain came in some of years a few days ago, and Captain and I did not agree when we first started talking, and through conversation, found a middle ground. And that's what this is all about. So thank you, Captain. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Couldn't you just pump more testosterone to negate the trans way of thinking? That's what my brother thought. My brother, who's a minister, thought that it was because I was low, and I have been low my whole life. I've been high in estrogen, low in testosterone. I don't want to pump testosterone into my body. I am who I am. This is who I want to be, and it's not an easy path. I took a tough path. I was 55 when I started to transition. It would have been a lot easier for me just to live the rest of my life, but it would have been extremely painful, and I would end up being killed anyway because I hated life. I fucking hated life, and now I love life, even so much that I'm willing to take this abuse just to spread the word so that hopefully somebody else who's trans won't have to deal with this shit. It's just I don't affect you. Women should not be trans women if they have penises need to stay out of women's facilities. Please, please, if you're out there and you're transgender and you have a penis, go home. Find a different bathroom, but don't use the women's bathroom. And don't think if you're out there and you're in high school and you're transitioning, think that you should be on the girls' soccer team or the girls' track team. That's not where you belong. Fight for a alternative grouping of people. Fight for a trans category or an open category, okay? And if you're under 18 and you're trying to transition or trying to talk your parents into letting you, stop it. You're not mature enough. Wait until you're 18 because you don't know what's going to change between now and then. So please, stop pressuring your parents. You're not ready to transition. No, you can't get my number. Thank you. The earrings, yeah, they were a gift from my roommate here. She's a wonderful person. Um, how are you lesbian though you date other trans dudes? No, I don't even know. I know there's a trans person that comes on here. Her name is Kimberly, and I spoke with her via this, but I don't know any personally know any trans people. I have another friend in New York who's she says trans. I mean, I don't know, but I don't really know trans people. No, I don't date. I date a natural born female. Um, Dutchman says you're making a lot of sense. Awesome. Thank you, Dutchman. I'm just speaking who I truly am because when I hear about these guys, like that one person that went into women's swimming and stuff, and not only was competing against the women, they're taking away what these other girls have spent their whole lives trying to get to, and this trans woman who it's just ridiculous the muscles and stuff, the development, and then expecting that this person is gonna change in the locker room with these girls? Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. As a trans woman, I would fight that tooth and nail and I would never allow it. If you have a penis, stay the fuck out of the women's locker rooms. Period. 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 Can you say hi to Village in Anna? Hi. Hi, um, Roving Robin? Kenya. Hi, Village in Kenya. Hello, Kenya. Oh, I'd love to hear from Kenya. People in Kenya. Yes, I'm trans. Rob says awesome. Yeah, I mean, the things that they're portraying that's in my mind, that would make me a sicko if I thought that what they're saying that I believe. I would have issues. I mean, that'd be wrong. I have two daughters. I understand. I understand. I have three young grandsons. I understand the effects on children. This is bullshit. And then I also heard something that was really, really fucking disturbing. I heard that there was a classroom with kids and they kept asking the kids on this chart, where are you between a man and a woman? And they're trying to like lead them in directions. Knock it off. Don't do that to kids. Kids are trying to find their identity. You don't need to push them one way or another. If they're trans, it will come out on its own. Don't force it. That's fucking bullshit. Stop doing that. You're making these, it's wrong. All you're going to do is you're going to set up for a bunch of kids that would transition way before they knew it, and they're going to be miserable, unhappy, and they're probably going to try to end their lives. So stop it. Leave the kids alone. Let them go through their ups and downs and sideways. I don't know why people are giving you such a hard time for being trans. You are one of the, what does that say? You are one of the better ones that don't seem to want to push kind of stuff on our kids. No, no. If I had a child that was that of that age, under 18, and they came to me, even as a trans woman, they came to me and says, I want to transition. I want you to give me puberty blockers. I would say no. I wouldn't allow it. I'd say you make your own decision when you're 18. You're not going to make it until then, period, point blank. You want to express yourself with your clothing, how you wear, fine. I'm not going to give you no pills. Not going to happen. No way. And nobody's ever going to make me believe that a child of 7 years old or 8 years old or 10 years old knows what they want for the rest of their life. They don't even know what they want for lunch. Come on, people, leave the kids alone. You're making me look bad. Went to drug rehab a couple of weeks ago, and the two male nurses insisted that I take my drug urine screen in front of them while they watched me urinate, and I couldn't do it. Connie, really? They were men? And they wanted to have you pee in front of them? Don't they have any women at the facility? That's just wrong. No, that's not right. You must have been extremely uncomfortable, and I'm sorry this happened to you. I know it has nothing to do with being trans, but that's wrong. That's perverted. You should really talk to somebody about that in that facility, because that's no, that's wrong. Trump 2024 says, Ahmed, I'm not against Trump. He's against me. I like what Trump says. I like the direction. I like the way the country was ran when he was. Somebody add me in your contacts. I don't know who that is. I'll have to answer that in a minute. So I kind of like Kennedy, though. I like his. I think he's a happy medium between the Democrats and the Republicans. I think he's kind of that medium road. Republicans have led us down the wrong road before too. However, I believe their message over the Democrats right now, and that plays against me. Republicans are against transgender people because of what they're doing to fucking kids. Leave the kids alone. Jensen, Biden 2024, God loves you. Do you really, if you're a Biden supporter out there, do you really, really, really think that he is capable of running the country? I mean, it breaks my heart to see an elderly man being drug out there on stage and humiliated with his fumbling of words, his forgetfulness. He's having a hard time, keeping his balance. Let the man retire. Let's bring in somebody else. This is ridiculous. You're telling the world that this is the best human being in the United States that we have that represents us. It's not good. And the borders are wide open. The borders, they're letting in millions of people that we have no idea who they are. They're known terrorists that are here. We're going to have 9/11 happening over and over again over the next 2 or 3 years. You mark my words, it's going to happen. That's what's coming in here. Do you know that other countries are actually emptying their prisons and their psych wards into the United States? They're saying that their crime is down 70% in their countries. You know why? Because they're coming here. We have, was it? I can't remember how many Chinese nationalists have came over. Do you know that Chinese are buying up property all around our military bases? We're being attacked from within, people. We really need to wake up and look at what's going on around us. We need change, and we need it immediately. I'm not saying the border and immigration is wrong, but we need to control it, because if we don't control it, there'll be no border left to guard. No, I didn't just become a Republican. I'm an independent. I'm looking at the real things, the real issues in this country. I used to be able to buy groceries for $200 a month. Now it costs me $6. I used to be able to fill my truck up for $50. Now it costs me $150. It's the reality of things, you know. And yet our president, and if our president would acknowledge that this is happening to be one thing, but he's like, oh, gas prices are coming down and food prices are, no, they're not, Biden, they're not. Inflation is 30%. What are you smoking there, bud? Hello, Sophie. Sophie's live. Hello. Nice to see you again. Gay. Somebody say gay. My mediator, Debby, is just chopping people today. You go, Debby. Trump in 24. Of the two, I would have to vote for Trump, but I'm kind of hoping Kennedy kind of makes a remarkable thing and somehow wins, if they even let him on. He won't acknowledge, though. If you're talking about Biden, no. Jill, I think Jill Biden, I think she's screwing up. Let your husband retire, Jill. Lose the freaking power hungry trip. Come on, man. Who's running our country? We don't know who's actually running the country. You cannot tell me that Biden's running this country. If he is, this man has nuclear codes. And look at him. He can't. I don't want to bash an old person with mental problems, but one that's running our country needs to step aside. Do you know the person that used to be the White House doctor that looked over presidents for the last 12 years has sent 5 letters to the Biden administration asking for a cognizant test of Biden's brain? 5 times he's been ignored. He's going to send one more, and it's going to be to the doctor of the White House that took his place and demand that they do this with him. And if they don't, he's going to file criminal charges against them for negligence. This is how serious it is. The person for 12 years that was a physician of the presidents, Obama and Trump, and they're ignoring him. This is so gone beyond like conspiracy theory. This is really happening, people. Our president is not all there, and somebody's running our country from behind the scenes, and we don't know who it is. Dude, you have mental problems. Look at your face, fake woman self. I feel real. I feel like you have an issue because you can't just love me. Elma! Hi, Elma! How you doing, Elma? How's the baby? How's your son? Hopefully he's doing well. Hope you're doing well. I didn't know if you had seen me come on, Elma, because it's not my normal time. It's during the day. But I had told people I was going to come on tonight, and I'm probably not going to have Sasha on tonight because I have class till 8 o'clock, and then I have to go help somebody with some repairs on their trailer. So I'm probably not going to get it. I'm going to still try, but I wanted to come on to let people know that I might not be there. I don't like to make a promise and then not and then not deliver. Biden is fulfilling Obama's agenda. But it's nice to see you, Elma. I really enjoy it when you're here. Debbie's here. Captain's here, and yeah, I haven't seen Kimberly though. The mind is the final destination, after all. The mind is the final destination after death. Um, I think we're all energy. When we die, I think our energy moves on to the next thing. I kind of lean in towards the spiritual things that we are just, once we die, it doesn't end. That this life is a lesson that we're trying to teach. The Lord is taking everything in that everybody experiences, and just that's what I think. I'm going to make a baby doll channel. That's great, Sophia. What are you going to make baby dolls there or sell them? Ashley, you should do the $1,000,000 baby dance. I don't know what that is. Ashley, I'm sorry. Albert Einstein once said, "Energy doesn't destroy itself; it becomes a new form." Correct? You can't. Yeah, you can't. Energy. You can't get rid of it. It would dissipate. It will go somewhere else. Energy's cool. I'm really a physics freaking freak. I love physics. It's I mean, I listen to lectures and um, doctors and through podcasts every day, all day long, every day. Debbie, you're getting thumbs up by Elma. Did you see that? Elma's also a moderator. She will zap you if you're being rude. It's not that we don't. I accept people in here that disagree with me, and they accept people that disagree with me, my moderators, but they don't accept people that come in here just to be rude or just to, call me names, because that's not productive. That's not what we're about here. We're about trying to get to the truth of you know, trans people, what we think. And I say it all the time. I repeat myself constantly that trans women do not belong in women's bathrooms if they haven't had full surgery. Trans women do not belong in women's sports, period. Period. Even if they've transitioned completely, they don't belong in women's sports. I'm sorry. You have and it's not fair. So you need to find it. We need to fight for another category, maybe a trans category or an open category, but not women. There's women that fight their whole lives to get to where they're at, and then there's a trans person come along and just wipe away their dreams. That's not fair. Sorry, no matter which way you look at it, it's not fair. Stop it. It's not fair. And kids should never transition before they're 18. Make your own decisions. Don't leave that to the parents. My channel is named after my baby. Oh, is your Sophie doll, your baby's doll? That's cool. If you leave a link, I'd be happy to go visit it and check it out. Be more than happy to. Somebody says, loves lemons. Well, hello, Loves Lemons. I see that you're awake. For those that don't know, it Loves Lemons is my partner in this. She comes in here and she helps me. She's not here today because she was resting. Loves Lemons, you've been asked about here. Debbie asked about you. Guess that's my uncle. Not actually. You love or whatever. So I hope that answered some questions to some people of what I'm all about and what this is all about. Like I said, I think like the mainstream people think, not the mainstream media, because God, why do they do that? Why do they sit there and say and categorize all trans people as the same? How come during Pride Month when they talk about trans people, they interview drag queens? What is that? Trans women are not drag queens. And I would also like to hear from some trans men to see if their journey as arduous as mine, as terribly freaking the negative feedback that I get. Yeah, it's just like morning and night routines with my baby. Well, that's cute. That's sweet. I bet you help a lot of people with that, Sophie. Just showing them that, the trying times, because I've raised two girls. I probably could have been a better parent, but I did the best I could. And there's really, really trying times with babies. I mean, oh my gosh. Sometimes you just don't know what to do. And it'd be nice to have a channel to go and see other people dealing with the same issues and have someone to talk about. So, absolutely. I applaud you for your channel. I really applaud you for that, because people need that. I mean, moms, especially stay-at-home moms, can feel so alone at times when they don't get no sleep. They're up all night long. They're doing the things. They don't give enough credit. Biological females are my idols. I wish I was biological, but I'm not. I can't do what they do. They're amazing. All I can do is be myself, and I think I'm a woman, so that's what I'm trying to do. Kaiko, say I'm not like other girls. Teaser. Okay, you're not like other girls. That's great. Thank you, Sophia. Sophie's Life. I appreciate that. That I'm supposed to say that stuff throughout this, I guess. Subscribe and like to the channel, even if you don't like what I talk about, but you want to hear more or argue your point. I'm willing to have a debate with anybody that is willing to have a civil debate and not throw freaking, just insults. Do that and I'll debate with you. I can't say I understand what's going on in your head, but if make you happy, I'm happy for you. But what gets me is when some trans people expect you to play along and try to shove it down their throats. Exactly. This is why I'm here, to tell you that I think that is wrong. You got some people that are screaming from the treetops to try to force people into doing things that they don't understand or they don't believe in, and it's wrong. And then telling them shit like, we're not going to tell you if your kid says they're trans at school. What the fuck, man? Schools, it is not your job to raise children. It's parents' job to raise their children, not yours. You need to tell the parents if the kids are doing that in school. I mean, come on. That's just common sense. Don't fuck with kids. Let them make their own decisions when they're 18. That's plenty of life left to make it, believe me. I started transitioning when I was 55. So 18, you're going to be fine. And young trans women, they freaking hate me for saying that, trans kids. They get pissed at me and leave me nasty messages because I'm saying that shit, but that's how I feel. God may help you. Are you a man or a woman, or just, I don't know what that means, hating dude? You're going to get zapped by one of these people. Debbie's here hunting you guys down. And Debbie's fair, and so is Elma, and so is Cap. They're all fair people, but they're not going to sit here and allow somebody just to insult me without a point. If you do not agree with me, I'm okay with it. They're okay with it. They're not going to zap you, But just to come in here and just say shitty things is ridiculous. Come on, man. We're adults here. Let's talk like adults. If you think I'm wrong, tell me why. Are you a man or a woman? Just, just a question. I believe that I'm a woman, but I do not believe that I'm female. Okay, females can give birth, they can reproduce. I can't reproduce, but I can be a woman, and that's what I'm trying to do: is be my best self as a woman. You subscribe? Yes, you did. Thank you, Sophie's Life. I appreciate that, and I'm curious about your channel. I think it's going to help a lot of people. I really do. I really believe that because I know that there was times when I was alone with the babies and stuff, and I did not know what to do. I was at my wits' end. I mean, I was going crazy because they wouldn't stop crying, or you didn't know why they're crying. You try to feed, they wouldn't eat, they wouldn't sleep, and it drove you nuts. And I had my first child when I was 17. I was not a very good parent. I'll admit it. But my daughter, she turned out great. Yes, thank you, Sophie's Life. Don't insult me. There's no need for it. State your case. If you think I'm wrong, you think I'm nuts, I don't care. You can tell me that. I will debate you on it. However, don't sit there and just insult me. It's just too immature. Yeah, so, if, I prefer, if you want to subscribe, you'll come back here and you can argue your point again with me. And I'm going to leave my email address too. I'll put it in the chat there below if people want to email me, because I want to start having this be thank you, Elma. Elma says, I admire you. You are so awesome. Thank you, Elma. That's so sweet. I admire you too, Elma. I really do. You have a hard job raising that child being autistic, and that's not easy. So I applaud you. This is easy compared to what you're going through. So you just keep up the good work. You're making a difference in the world, and I appreciate you. Sophie's Life, I'm going to start July. That's great. Do it. Believe me, there's people out there, Sophie's Life, that need help. Yeah, I know, Paul. It looks like it says forever for Biden, but it's not. It's forever forbidden. I hate the fact that if you break it down, it says forever for Biden. My roommate pointed that out to me, and I'm like, son of a bitch. No, it's forever forbidden. How old are you, Sarah asked. I'm 59 years old. I'll be 60 in less than a week. I think less than a week. The beginning of July, I turned 60. Thank you for showing there is still common sense. Protect children, parents and parents of children when exactly. That's my point. One of these people, I didn't catch name, I'm sorry, said protect the children. They can make their own decisions when they're 18. That's right. Are you going to just let them smoke cigarettes at 7 if they want to, or drink alcohol at 7? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to make them wait until they're old enough to do that. 18 is when you can legally decide what to do with your own body, and that's where you're going to wait till. These people that do it, they're doing criminal acts against children. Leave them alone. Let them express themselves. You don't know if they're going to change their mind. You don't know if this is just something that they heard on TV. You don't know if they're just pissed because their brothers get treated better than them and they just want to be their brothers. You have no idea what's going through that child's mind, so leave them alone. Let them grow up to where they can express their feelings truthfully and then figure it out. Believe me, if they're trans when they're 18, fine. If they still think they're trans, then by all means start your transition. Don't do it before then, because you just don't know. You're a child. You haven't lived at all. You have no life experience. Wait. I'm glad you're able to avoid the negative and still persevere. Thank you. It's hard sometimes. Somebody asked me if I'm celebrating on birthday, and I got a couple happy early birthdays. No, not. My mom's coming to town. She's 82, and she wants to take me out for my birthday, so I'll probably go out with her for brunch or something. Nothing. I mean, when you had 60 of them, you kind of wish they would stop in a sense, because you're getting way up there. I'm getting old, and with age comes wisdom. I believe that, and a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have thought of 20, 30 years ago, I think of now. But no, I'm not really going to celebrate it other than with my mom, because I've always believed that you should thank the mothers on birthdays, not the birth. Not the person being born, but the person who gave birth to them. I think they should be celebrated on birthdays. That's just my opinion. Goodbye from North Korea. Katie Byrne, if you're truly from North Korea, goodbye and thank you for stopping by. I have my doubts, but if I'm wrong, I apologize. That's just what some of my family says. Is your mom trans also? Don't talk about my mom like that, please. She has nothing to do with this. She's 82 years old. She was born a very long time ago in a very different world that we live in. Here's something interesting to avoid that negative. I asked my mom one time. I said, "Mom, you know you're going to pass fairly soon, and I don't mean within a year. She could be 10 years. It could be 20 years. She could live." I go, "Are you sad that you're not going to see the developments of the United States and technology and robots and stuff like that?" She goes, "No, I'm not sad." She goes, "I think I've seen the best this country is ever going to offer." Wow. To me, that was a profound statement, and she's probably right. Because when I grew up in the 70s, it was not like it is now, 70s and 80s. It was fun, barefoot, running around after school until the lights shut off, the street lights, and you go in. It was a different time. Now kids are stuck inside playing video games. They can't even go outside of fear of being murdered or kidnapped. It's like fucking ridiculous. What is happening to this place? Do you do electrolytes? Not as much as I should. I should do a lot more electrolytes. Do you know Bumblebee? I do not know Bumblebee. You need to write a book about your message, says Captain. I've thought about it, Captain. I'm not a good writer, although I heard AI could help you with that, and I have a pretty strong AI program that I use for certain things. So I've thought about it because I think I want to get the word out. And every time I do one of these, three or four people usually comment saying thank you that they have a different opinion of trans people now. So and then they tell three. So I'm hoping the message gets out there. People like you, Captain, and Sophia and Debbie and Elma and stuff like that. They're my biggest, people that can spread the word that we're not all crazy. We're not. We really want the same things that the average person wants. I don't know Optimus Prime. See, that kind of stuff is just retarded. Can I have a shout out? My name is Amber. Hi, Amber. Nice to meet you, Amber. Thanks for coming on. If you want to subscribe, I would appreciate it. So anyway, everybody, I'm going to have to get off of this now. I just came on for a brief minute just to tell the people that were expecting me on tonight. I might not be on tonight. I have other things that came up, but I came on today to um, no, did you have facial hair removal up here? No, I didn't have hair removal. However, because of the estrogen that's been on my body all my life, I've never had, excuse me, armpit hair. I've never had crotch hair. I've never had hairy arms or legs. And when I was a man, I had to shave maybe once a month. So that was no big deal for me. Yes, Debbie, I'm gonna put my email in right now. And anybody who wants to contact me that way is capable of doing it. It is. Hold on, let me type it in here. Oops. There's my email address. So, yeah, I think it's all one word or whatever. If you want to get in touch with you, you can get in touch with that way. Like I was saying before, I'm going to try to make this also a call-based show where you can call in and people can actually voice their opinions. Because I know it gets frustrating when you're typing and sometimes, I don't see it or it doesn't get read or you're misunderstood because sometimes it's hard to, get across whatever. And there's certain people that I would love to hear from. I would like to hear their voices. And Captain's one of them. Debbie's one of them. Alma's one of them. So Sophie for like, all these people that are they're regulars in here. I'd love to hear their verbal opinions on things and how their life has gone. So I don't know why people are being rude, Roger. So anyway, I'm working on that. I'm working on getting some phone lines to where we can do it that way and have a more personal conversation amongst people that agree and people that disagree. So I'm going to say goodbye and have a great night. Thank you for my mediators. You know how much you mean to me. You know, I mean, Debbie's always the first one in the room and the last one to go. I mean, you got my heart. You know, and Elma, you know how much I love you, Elma. You know, and Captain, it was great to see you again. That's so cool. Sophie, I look forward to the channel that you're going to create. So I hope I didn't miss anybody. But thank you, Debbie. I'm going to have a good day. I love you too. And everybody else, I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It just helps the algorithms, I guess, throw me out there a little more. We're trying to get a good message across. So thank you, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon.